Hello, housemates. I am Lethe, this is Corbin, and he is Crouching. We are in a haunted hospital, or an allegedly haunted hospital. Our friend here, whatever his name is, who's sort of freaking out, has told us that there's something in the basement, and that usually he and his ghost show fake this shit. Now, he says that ghosts aren't real, but we know they are, for we have dealt with such things in another haunted place. The haunted, there's a hotel. Hotels and hospitals, lots of alliterative supernatural events. So let's see what's going on here. A little ramp or something up there. Oh, here's a video monitor. Oh, there's someone getting thrown at the video monitor. Oh, what's in here? Nope. Gross mattresses. When you get into small, tight spaces like this, it's usually better to go into first-person mode. Otherwise, the clipping is all weird and stuff. Oops. What did I just do? Sorry, pressed the wrong button. Alright. Here's a door. Stairs to garbage nowhere. Alright. Lots of, it's like someone blockaded this place on purpose. Alright, what do we have here? Wait, where am I actually going? That's right. More, get out of my way, random garbage on the floor. More camera footage. Oh, someone getting dragged. Didn't look good. Get out of my way, gurneys. Alright. Oh, something on the floor over here. Morphine. Okay. Blood. 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 And bits of sick. Uh-oh. Here's some violence going on. Alright, here's some Silent Hill looking shit. Gross. It's fucking dark. Crawling under some floorboards. All of my tasks are so dignified. I must have a terrible dry cleaning bill. Get out. Alright. So far, nothing. Alright, more random hospital furniture in my way. Alright. Hey dude, what's up? Oh, gross. That door is locked. Oh, there's some creepy lady having a candlelit autopsy. Hello. Nope, she's biting out that dude's heart.
Real terror is not the sight of death. It is the fear of death. What is the fear of death?
Do you always
Terror
lecture
of the
people when you meet them?
unknown. Is it these eyes you peer into? No, I am not the unknown. You and I are closer kin than you and it were.
What are you?
Drinking blood to sustain your death, you are damned, yes?
Yeah.
What if, besides the blood of the living, you had to eat pounds of their flesh to maintain that thin facade of life? What would you call it? Twice damned?
Sure. So remember in the hate mail that we saw for this, for the Haunted LA guy in his apartment, in the Skyline Apartments, the hate mail said, "I hope that you get eaten by a flesh-eating monster." Well, here's our flesh-eating monster, so it's a suspiciously prophetic email. Let's see. You have to eat human flesh?
We drink blood. I eat flesh. Kine eat food. But Kine think us a monster. Without remorse, they would burn our body twice over to be certain we were destroyed. What is unnatural for some is vital for others.
Okay. Who are you?
My birth name I tell no one.
All right.
You may address me as Pisha.
Sure, Pisha.
Pisha was the name of my companion and lover in a time before my death, 230 years ago. She has no need of it anymore.
All right. Why are you living in a condemned building?
My stay in this city is transitory. I seek relics of the occult traced here and would trade similar artifacts to acquire them. But if you wish to bargain with me, the Kine upstairs must be sent down here. He has seen too much.
He'll never come down here. He's scared out of his mind.
Tell him this was all a ruse. His friends playing a joke.
I'm sure he'll believe that.
He will come. He must come down here. If he leaves, the frail disguise we wear for mortals will be seen through.
Well, why didn't you catch him? Are you gonna eat him?
Eventually.
All right. If it has to be this way, I'll take care of it right now. Fine. So, we have to go deal with the dude. I happen to know that you can just, I think you can climb up this way to get there. Hey. Let me up. No, let me up. Ugh. Let me climb. Thank you. Alright, Haunted LA dude. No, you're gone. But he handily dropped his business card. And so this is for if you accidentally wander into here, like I did the first time, and you're like, how the fuck am I gonna find him? The answer is he dropped his business card and he lives in the Skyline Apartments. But of course we already knew that since we broke into his apartment earlier. So we're gonna go straight there. And we're gonna tell him, it was just a joke, man. A really sick, weird practical joke that all your really messed up friends played on you. You should go back down to the basement of the hospital. They have cake for you. But, of course, as always, we know that the cake is a lie. There is only death. It's not cake or death, like the Eddie Izzard sketch tells us. It is just death. Raw the cake. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else interesting we can do in here, in this building, other than going and dealing with the dude. Shit. Which floor did he live on? I'm gonna go with 2. So remember, there's also the whereabouts of Mike Durbin to follow up on. We learned of his... Is this the right one? No. Elevator. We learned that he was meeting someone in the city somewhere, so we can go and find out more about that. So that's another little side quest we can continue on. Is this the right one? Yes. All right. Okay. So I believe our friend is hiding in his closet. What's really fun is when you're a Nosferatu and you have to go around always sort of in sewers and stuff, I sort of came at him through the air duct in his closet and just like totally scared the shit out of him. It was good fun. Hey, dude.
You're from the hospital.
Yep, I am.
But my crew, are they?
Your crew are totally not dead. It was a joke. They're all waiting for you in the hospital basement. Funny guys.
Really?
Lost some humanity.
A joke, right?
Yes. Ha 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 ha.
Real funny.
Jokes.
Oh, you got me good. I'm going to hurt some people very bad.
Yeah, you do that. Bye. So we've sent him to his doom. Whereas we lost some humanity, we got a Masquerade violation, or redemption. So we used to have a little struck out mask here, the 1 out of 5 that we could lose. Now we are all in the clear, having made up for our earlier misdeeds by sending that stupid Thin Blood to attack the president and say he was looking for the head vampire. I thought it was funny, but apparently LaCroix and everyone else did not agree. So now we can go back to Pisha. And see what she was talking about. She was talking about sort of trade for artifacts. So she is looking for some things in the city, and she already has some other artifacts that apparently she doesn't really care about anymore, because she will give those to us if we find the ones for which she is currently looking. So, it sounds like more glorious side quests, perhaps not only with XP as a reward, but loot. What more could we want? Can we take this dude's van since he's dead now? I'm gonna drive around in a hippie van. It seems like it would be easy to pick up hippies in the hippie van and then eat them, and then I wouldn't need to worry about finding food otherwise. Alright, so let's take a shortcut. Hello. I brought you a snack.
The kind's fate was sealed the moment he entered. Do not waste time debating the morality. If a man walks into a tiger's domain, it may result in his being devoured. So it has.
I understand. About these artifacts you were talking about. So additionally, one thing that I forgot, if you come to the hospital before you deal with Patty, another way to resolve the Patty quest so that you don't have to kill her in an alleyway if your persuasion is not sufficiently high, is you can send her down here to Pisha. And then you'll have a little conversation option with Pisha. You'll be like, oh, I sent you a snack. And she says something kind of interesting. But yeah, so you definitely lose humanity for doing that, obviously. And yeah, it's just another way, a third way of resolving that Patty quest. And importantly, one which doesn't have you get your hands dirty. All right, artifacts, tell me about them.
Yes, I am searching for 2 items I have tracked to this area. One, I believe, may be in one of the local museums. I have not yet searched them all. The other I believe to be in the Giovanni's possession.
The who?
Though I have not confirmed it. For these items, I will exchange items of similar worth.
Okay, fair enough. Tell me about the item you think is in a museum.
A fetish is described in a 19th century chronicle of a British platoon's encounter with a local tribe. Soldiers would go missing in the night and be replaced by these fetishes. It may be valuable to my studies.
And the other?
It is used to communicate with certain entities otherworldly. It is a tome called the Voce del Morte.
The Voice of Death.
Should you find yourself within the walls of the Giovanni, seize the opportunity and take it, for they will make sure you never have another.
So you end up going to the Giovanni for other reasons. It's later in the game, and you need to do a lot of things there. You need to have a great deal of persuasion, or just be super tough if you're just gonna bust your way through there violently. So it's a long ways in the future. Okay, I have another question.
Yes.
You seem a bit preoccupied with death.
Death is the ultimate dilemma, and integral to the beliefs and behavior of every culture.
Uh-huh.
Life is bore on the corpses of the dead. Without death, there would be no motivation to accomplish anything.
I think she means
the only
born.
emotion would be existing. Life would be pestilent and agonizing.
She said, being undead. Alright, fine. You eat flesh and study death. I think I'm gonna go. It's just too much excitement for me. Okay. So we have 7 XP. It's not quite enough to do anything that I really want to do. So we will continue saving up. Let's get out of this creepy hospital. We will, of course, have more interactions with Pisha as we get artifacts. So, likewise, the artifact from the museum is something we have to go to a museum in the course of doing something else, and so we will have an opportunity to look for it at that point. So you can, of course, entirely miss this part of the game if you sort of don't know where to look for it or you don't stumble on it accidentally. I imagine most people will stumble on it accidentally just because they'll see this creepy place and they'll want to explore, but it's worth doing. There's lots of XP, and the artifacts that you can get are pretty nifty. Alright, let's see. Let's go resolve this other issue that we learned of from the Skyline Apartments, which was the location of Mike Durbin. I'm trying to remember where that is. I think it's this way. Or wait. No, it's towards the last round. So this little skull graffiti over there, we're going to go over to that place in this building at a later time. Not too much later. Dude just standing in the street. These two are still arm in arm. They have not moved an inch. Yep. It's a unique bond between a gang member and a homeless bag lady. So, is it already the case? Yeah, you can. There are a couple people that you can talk to. So we actually need to talk to homeless people, if you recall. Damsel said that if we didn't learn all we needed to know from talking to Paul, we should also talk to the local homeless population. Hey.
Huh? What do you want?
I need to ask you about the sickness that's been plaguing the homeless.
Yeah? Well, I'd feel a lot more like talking if you gave me a few bucks, you know? How about a 20 to lubricate the old vocal cords?
Hey, I'm your friend from down at the shelter. You can tell me.
Okay. I mean, I don't know too much about nothing, but I know that Tin Can Bill's been telling some crazy stories about how he's got sick and all. Something about a monster or some such.
Where is this Tin Can Bill?
You can usually find him down in his alleyway, just across from that bar nearby.
Thanks. So, Tin Can Bill is somewhere around this way. And this is the area that we need to go for, to talk about, or to discover Mike Durbin. So let's go in here. Alright. Well, this is a grotesque tableau. I think that guy is dead. Hey, homeless guy.
Did you see it?
This bloody mess, it's kind of hard to miss.
He done tore him up, right in two, ripped him apart like a rag doll.
Tell me what you saw.
These two guys, that guy and the other, they showed up. I've been living here, so I hid. I thought maybe they was owners or cops come to clean the place out.
Yeah? What were they doing?
They was waiting on someone. They were going to do some kind of job, they were saying. But the person they was meeting, well, he was late. So the one guy leaves to find the phone and call him, and the dead guy stayed. Well, that's when the killer, that's when he showed up.
Who made the call?
The dead feller called him Muddy.
Alright, so Muddy is still alive and elsewhere. All right, go on.
1 second he wasn't there, and then he was. Like out of the shadows he come up. Scared the shit out of the dead guy. I'd like to scream, but I couldn't breathe.
You're lucky you didn't.
Oh, that killer, he grew these claws. I swear, I saw it. And the dead guy went white, like he seen the devil. And then the killer grabbed him round the neck and lifted him up and started cursing at the guy.
What did he say?
Oh, I couldn't hear too good. Something about revenge for what he did or what they did. The killer made sure the dead guy knew who he was and then ripped him open. Just tore him apart. He did it real slow and made the guy scream.
So, here we have some opportunities to convince the homeless guy that he should never talk about this. We can either dominate him, or we can persuade him. Of course, dominate costs a blood point. If we can persuade him and not spend the blood point, that is better. But let's first... Should we ask? No, we're gonna go straight for the persuasion option, just in case it goes away. If you tell anyone that story, they'll lock you up forever. You should leave now.
Okay, I will. I don't want to never think about that again.
So we got XP for convincing the bum to stay quiet. And you can see, had we needed it, we would have gotten another Masquerade redemption. So there's obviously something up there that we need. Now, here's in this part of the game, you learn something about how awful fire is. You basically have to walk through this fire to get up there, and it will mess you up, as we shall see. See, that took half my health in aggravated damage, and all I did was basically step in it for a second. So, lesson, fire bad. Fire very bad. Lucky Star room key. So that doesn't mean anything to us right now. It's something that we'll have to wait to check on at a later junction in another area. So, the saga of Mike Muddy Durbin continues. How do you get a name like Muddy? I don't think I want to know about that. Alright. And Tin Can Bill is down this way. Hey, what's up? Hey, Tin Can Bill. God, you look terrible. Are you sure you're not a vampire already?
Old Bill can't see too good these days. Is that you, Fred?
Yes, I am
I
Fred.
ain't got no booze tonight, so you may as well get the hell out of here.
It's not Fred, Bill. I heard that you can tell me why everyone is getting sick.
Yeah, I might be able to. But I'm awful thirsty tonight, mister. Could you spare $5 for a man who's been down on his luck?
Sure. I'll give it to you right after we talk. I'm lying.
Thank you much. I'm going to have to go pick up some hooch.
God, stop coughing on me. Cover your mouth.
Purposes, you know.
Raised in a barn.
Now, I know you ain't going to believe old Bill.
Oh, I think I
'cause
will.
I've been telling my friends and the cops and everyone since it happened. And people just say that it's the hooch talking and nothing more.
It's all right, Bill. I'll believe you.
There's a monster, you see.
Yeah.
Monster with his face all twisted and ugly, teeth longer than your finger, and his eyes piss yellow and full of hate. I've never seen eyes like that before. Still giving me bad dreams.
So, what happened?
He grabbed me, threw me over his shoulder, took me to the bad place, the dark place. Oh, God, the smell, worse than anything and then he bit me. My neck.
Definitely a vampire.
God, it was horrible. Don't remember.
Ugly
too much
vampire.
after that.
Probably
Blacked out
Nosferatu.
and woke up here in my alley. Haven't been feeling too well since then.
Alright. Some vampires spreading disease. Bill, I need to know where the monster took you. The sewers.
Came up through the sewers, you did.
Definitely
Around the
Nosferatu.
corner there. Don't want to go back to the bad place, friend. Don't let the monster come back and take me there.
I don't think you have to worry about it, dude. You sound like you're about to die. Bill, stay with me. Everything's going to be all right, he said, lying through his teeth. Don't worry, Bill. Someone's going to pay for this. This disease always does 100 damage to people, and then they die. Alright, so we can go down to the sewers and deal with a plague bearer. So it seems that there are multiple plague bearers. Not only is there Jezebel Locke, but there is also some monster face in the sewers. So we're gonna have to go deal with that too. Let's see, what various things do we have? Wait, what's the button I'm looking for? Log, that's it. So we have Carnival of Death and Blood Hunt. Oh, that's from Santa Monica. Downtown, we have Pisha. We have the mob boss in the Empire Hotel. We have the Elizabeth Dane. Yeah, so we're basically sort of narrowed down what we can do. At some point, you can go back again and talk to Fat Larry, and he will give you another side quest. You have to have done something significant in town first. So either, I think, the Elizabeth Dane or the Plague Bear thing. So we need to resolve one of those. I'm going to resolve the Plague Bear stuff first. I usually do the hotel stuff, the Empire Hotel stuff first. Deal with Jezebel Locke and Boris. This time, I think I'll switch it up. Let's go down to the sewer first and see what we can figure out about that. So we'll backtrack a little bit here. I don't think the order in which you do it actually matters that much, but maybe it will produce some different dialogue options when I go and update people. Alright, so it's not the regular sewer entrance. If you go in here, you'll just be under the city. It's the way that the Nosferatu can travel around the city. You have to go to this particular sewer grate over here, which takes you to a distinct sewer area. And it will be blocked off. If you tried to come here at the very beginning of when you come to LA, it would not work. Alright, we're in a sewer again. Man, I'm gonna have to clean. I just need new shoes after this. Alright, I'm gonna eat some rats to get my blood up. So if you are not sufficiently good at lockpicking, you have to do a little bit more maze-like run through the sewer area. If you do have sufficient lockpick, you can just go through this door. It makes things a lot easier, which is what I will do after I eat some more rats. Wait, come here. Guy. And now, after eating 5 rats, I am filled with disgusting, disgusting rat blood. But it will power my abilities nonetheless. Let's pick this lock. Will it work? Difficulty of 5, I can deal with that. Just got a blood buff. So blood buff uses up a lot of points. Which is why it was good to eat some rats first. Any more rats? I'm feeling peckish. Alright. The sewer area is all rather creepy. Weird, like, Jason breathing noises in the background. So, when you go through the lockpick area, it spits you directly out into where you need to go with this, like, crucified security officer in the background. That's not cool. So, what's about to transpire is a rather difficult fight. It is entirely possible that I will lose a couple times. So, I am going to save right here, because I don't really feel like going through all the stuff I just did over and over again. Hopefully, I will be able to defeat our foe with the combination of things that I used before on the quote-unquote Asian vampire. I will make the dude throw up blood and then hack him with a sword while we wait. The sword that I stole from the Asian vampire. I'm an asshole. Alright. What's up, weirdness? So, this is gross. I mean, that dude's guts are hanging out. There's some, like, meat hooks. I'm in a sewer. There's a switch there. That looks promising. What's up, switch? Ah!
Good way down here, did you?
Dude,
Following the
you
smell
are
of
ugly.
entrails and rotting flesh. Looking for a free meal, little
No.
bloodsucker. There's meat galore.
Do you
in
eat
my
meat too?
kingdom.
Are you like Pisha? Who the hell are you?
Brother Canker, they call me.
Canker? That's a
High
stupid
Lord in
name.
the diseased halls of the dead.
High Lord in the diseased halls of the dead.
The bloated bodies,
Dubious
the
distinction.
maggot-ripped mortal shells. These are the signs, the coming of a new age.
Why are you feeding on the homeless?
They are the weak, sick, hopeless. I bring them a new purpose. They are the vessels of darkness, carrying the diseased truth in their veins.
Ugh. Darkness? What the hell is going on here?
The Brotherhood of the Ninth Circle.
Uh-huh.
The darkest dawn is almost upon us. Come, join us in these last nights, spreading our disease upon the earth, sharing this unholy communion with our human heart.
Chill out, dude. I don't want to join your religion. Oh, I see. You've lost your goddamn marbles.
The doors have been opened, the seals broken, and the final steps into the abyss, the terrible mysteries of the Ninth Circle.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I've heard enough.
Come, join the disciples.
Dude, this
who've
guy is
gathered
jacked.
here, floating in their own putrescence. I will show you the mysteries of our brotherhood as I feed on your flesh.
Whoa. No. Ah! Vomit, jackass. I'm gonna chop you up. Come get some, motherfucker. So this is actually not... Ow! Jesus Christ. Okay. That was not how I intended that to go. I frenzied for some reason and almost beat the shit out of him, but then, because I couldn't control myself, I got totally fucked. Oh, so we're gonna have to go through the whole conversation again.
Your way down here, did you? Following this
Alright. Who the hell are you?
brother.
Uh-huh. Why are you feeding them homeless? Yeah, uh-huh.
weak.
Okay. Darkness, what's going on here? No. Oh, I see you've lost your marbles.
The doors have
Ninth Circle? What's that? What's the hell going on here?
the Brotherhood
Yes,
of the
Darkest Dawn.
Ninth Circle.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I've heard enough.
Come.
Yes, you're gonna
join the
feed on my
disciples.
flesh. Come get some. Ah! Hey. Ow! Alright. Hey. Alright, I think we're just gonna chop him up here. So you can see Blood Purge is pretty OP. You can just make them sit there and then you can just hack the shit out of them. And that garnered us yet another Masquerade redemption, which we didn't need. So we've taken care of one of the plague bears. Let's get out of this shithole. It's a literal shithole. Now, I don't know why this wonderful arched chamber with lanterns is in a sewer. That doesn't really make sense to me. But whatever. Alright, so let's get out of here. And then we will end this episode and do some talking in the next episode. Rats, feed me. So you see that when you feed, if you have any health damage, feeding will also take care of a little bit of that. You can see that aggravated damage went away as I feasted on these succulent rats. Right. This place is annoying because you can definitely, like, not make it over the jump and then have to do some annoying stuff. But I made it. Alright, how do I get out of here? This way. Or this way. No, I think it's this way. Alright, so we have dealt with Brother Canker, who is a member of something like a high cleric in the Brotherhood of the Ninth Circle, some sort of end of times cult. And we know that he's been one of the ones spreading this disease. I assume then that Jezebel Locke is also a member of this weird cult. And so we're going to have to go deal with her. She's probably going to talk all sorts of bizarre bullshit too. But we're getting into some interesting story stuff now. We had relatively rough combat. So obviously, if you know what you're doing, most of these combats are not too hard. I know that Blood Purge basically makes them like incredibly weak, and I can just hack on them for a while. And now I have 10 XP. I'm going to wait still a little bit to spend that. Part of why I did well in that fight is I do have a little bit of melee skill, not much, but I have 2 melee combat. The less melee combat you have, the greater the damage reduction of your own damage when you try and use weapons. So if I had higher damage melee skill, then that sword would have really, really wrecked the guy. Okay, so that's it for this episode. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed Brother Canker's craziness and our termination of said craziness. So please hit a thumbs up on this video if you would like to see the continued adventures of Corbin as he deals with the Brotherhood of the Ninth Circle and we go and deal with this Jezebel Locke character. Then please subscribe to my channel. If you're not going to do any of that, well then, I don't care what you do.